Hello, everyone. Just waiting on Lynn.
Hello. I'm not, I'm back. I'm here. Welcome all. Welcome, Vara.
Thank you, Lynn. So, Lynn, we're getting this Michael something Stro. Let's not admit. I think it's a bot.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Stop being too helpful.
Um, yeah, how are you?
Good. I've sorry. So it's interesting doing this temporary new format. I hope everyone's going to be enjoying that. Here, there's somebody else. I promise I won't do the admitting. I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I'll do the admitting. It's all good.
So very interesting.
Yes. Have you been thinking about anything recently, Lynn?
Okay, yes. Vara, we wanted to just recap. Last week we talked a little bit about the heart chakra. We had Philip gave us a lovely meditation, and we chatted a bit about the heart. And then we did watch the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, talk about all of the rest of the chakras, so the heart, the Vishuddhi, the Agya, and the final Sasrara, where we're all going to have our meditation. But we did think that it would be nice to carry on with that chat about all of the chakras. So maybe talk a little bit about the Vishuddhi chakra, the one at the throat, and then, of course, the lovely talk we've got of Shri Mataji in America, which is very interesting. Um, a little bit of perspective for myself and yourself, Vara, because we're living in Australia, a country that has, how many million people do we have? 20 million, 25 million?
28, I think, at the last count.
8 million. And America has, I didn't realize it had grown so much, 350 million.
Hmm. Can't
Big.
beat us. Can't beat 350. Can't beat us 28 million. We're much better.
So, effects of things are not so big because we're kind of a long way away from everybody else. And, we have the news and we get all the shock factors on the news because, as we've chatted before about, news is only worth it if it's a shocking thing. um, but just going forward to what the talk by Shri Mataji is tonight, Vara, talking about truth. What is truth? And that does link into the Vishuddhi chakra as well, which is that the one at our throat, if everyone's remembering the chakra chart.
Yes. So, I was thinking, there is my truth, which is probably colored by my own biases in my life experience and my pains and tribulations. And there is the truth, which doesn't get affected by anything. And I feel when we meditate and we reach that thoughtless awareness, I feel that truth, which is eternal, in the sense that it doesn't matter. It's like this, somebody says, "Oh, I don't know the idea of whether the idea of God is real or not," right?
Mm.
You can think whatever, but God exists. So that truth doesn't really matter. It doesn't. What my opinion is doesn't really matter on the truth. In that sense, when we meditate, we reach the thoughtless awareness. Millions of people have felt the unity between their soul and the all-pervading power, right? And
And
then, and
different names for it. If everyone's on the same train, it's enlightenment. It's every religion or incarnation saint, whomsoever has helped people who've come after to propagate a religion.
yep, that's
um,
right.
yeah, has a name for it. But we'll go back to the yoga name for it. Vara, carry on. Let me not interrupt you too much.
No, that's okay. No, and then once we focus on that truth, which is eternal, I feel we become much more peaceful. And that the idea of peace is probably what is most required at the moment in the world. We don't have to name each conflict at the moment because there are too many to name. so one thing, reflecting on what Sri Mataji was talking about, about Vishuddhi Chakra, which is the energy center number, what is it, number five,
5, yes, at the
um,
next.
is about collectivity, right? And then, it's using my sort of intellectual, general intellectual mindset. Oh, there should be peace in the world, right? Everybody, like every world leader talks about peace. And I think we have fallen into this trap as citizens of the world. I'm saying specifically citizens of the world, not citizens of a city or a country. Is that we've fallen into this trap that the peace has to be enforced by our political masters
Enforced outside as opposed to, yeah.
inside. And it's funny, right? Like, in the sense that in a family of four, we're a family of four. Even if one person in the family, um, even if one person in the family is not peaceful, just let's take a day for an instance, it disturbs everyone, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we struggle with that sort of thing. I go to work, some issue happens, and then I come with a grumpy face into my house, and my son catches up on my grumpiness, and then he probably gets grumpy. Looking at both of us, my wife is probably like, oh, my life, like, it's contagious.
Yeah.
We talk about, conquering COVID and this and that, but we haven't really conquered our own little families, right? But
Yeah, and even so, the grumpiness that comes into your area, you can take it into yourself or not take it into yourself, and that's a quality or factor of the Vishuddhi chakra, the other person.
yes,
You with the grumpiness, how do you address that?
what I found with Sahaja Yoga is that to deal with grumpiness, we have to first admit that we are grumpy.
Oh, yeah.
you know, they said something of, a lot of bad has been done in the world by good people, good meaning people. In that sense, that maybe it's not a direct analogy, but if I don't even realize it, there is no solution. Unless you admit that something is a problem, you don't have a solution to it. However, if you admit that you are at the moment grumpy, or there is some problem with you, there is a chance for a solution. And what do you do after that? And I feel Sahaja Yoga has helped me in both ways. Is that, number one, I don't need to be grumpy for 200 hours before I know that I'm grumpy. Let's say when I used to be grumpy, my dad he used to tease me. Oh, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed or something? That was a good signal. Looks like I'm behaving weird, so dad is pointing out. But mostly people don't do that. So with Sahaja Yoga, because we have this system of energy centers and fingers where our energy centers are represented. I'll be putting up that chart in a minute.
Okay.
Then I know that, I'm having a problem with this energy center. And then Sahaja Yoga has so many techniques to tell and guide us through to remove the problems in that centers. So, for example, if I'm not, sometimes we get into the mood of being alone, like, let's just be, like, close my room and stay inside. That usually means that I don't want to be collective. It
Mm.
means when I meditate, it usually picks up on this index finger. And then if I look at the chart, then I know that, oh, it's the index finger that is the problem. Then I can clear it and then become normal. So the stage one is to knowing that you're grumpy. You get the signal, and how to get rid of that also is what is taught in Sahaja Yoga, with the techniques that Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi has been propagating since the 1970s. So, Lynn, if you don't mind, I'll share the subtle system. If you
That's
don't
good.
mind explaining that quickly, and then maybe walk us through the realization process, as we say.
Yep, that's the catch up we'll do for everyone who's here for the first time. And, even if we're here for many more times, Also, that is good. So this lovely chart here, you can see, so the one we were talking about, the Vishuddhi, is that blue one there, number 5. So that's where we wanted to focus on tonight. Just a quick recap of all of those chakras you can see there. This is a very nice chart, Vara. So we've got that supporting one at the bottom, the innocence. Then in that little triangle, we've got our Kundalini, that's the source of our truth. We've got then that yellow one on top is the Swadhisthana, our center of creativity. Nabi was our peace, and our void around that was our being our own master. We talked last week about the one at the heart, and then tonight we've got the one of collectivity. And I thought I'd link it up with what you were saying, Vara, about, when you're feeling angry, the hands there you can see in that circle nicely also relates to each of those chakras. And if you're paying attention to your hands, so there's a vital step to this, is that you pay attention to yourself. Then you might feel that on your number 5 finger, which is the Vishuddhi, and how to rectify that. What sometimes we have a habit of doing is, I was a bit angry, and then we shove it away on the left side of that center. And many of you have been before would understand that that's the left Vishuddhi. We call it, we've got left and center and right. Left Vishuddhi is where we feel guilty about being angry. So big problem or habit we get is just to judge ourselves and go, I shouldn't have done that. Oh gosh, I'm so terrible. I really don't like myself. So we got to come into the center of everything, in particular this Vishuddhi center, and be the witness of everything. So it means a little bit re-identifying with our meditative state, where we're just feeling in the present and seeing ourselves as, now you're feeling guilty, are you? Interesting. So that sort of takes you a step back, a step in, a step up, and you're witnessing yourself a bit more, rather than identifying that, I was so terrible, I was angry, I spoke harshly to my son, I was mean to my wife.
Hey, Lynn,
stuff happens.
when,
Yes.
when you said witnessing, I just
Yeah.
thought of something that is the best witness that we know, we use every day.
Yeah, tell.
Can you guess what it is? No matter how your mood is, how you feel, the thing that I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
it witnesses. It doesn't really
Oh,
react.
you mean our own spirit, our Kundalini?
Now I was going on a much more shallow level. The mirror itself.
Oh, yeah.
In some ways, we have to become like the mirrors. Is no matter how. Yeah, actually, you have a good point. Our spirit should, if it starts acting like a mirror,
Mm,
then
yeah, good
then
point.
we are getting somewhere. Another example I read was a movie screen. The movie screen, white screen, right?
Yes.
No matter what kind of movie is, you might sit there and watch the movie and run away with the war sequence or the sad sequence. The screen just stays there. You can play anything on it, but the white screen in the movie theater just stays there.
Good analogy.
I
Yeah.
think I think that is the when our Vishuddhi chakra improves, we become like that mirrors and screens.
Yeah. Very
To
nice. Yeah.
start with, maybe we're not like the mirror and the screen all
That could
24
be
hours of the
that could
day.
be our affirmation. I am the movie screen.
And the movie screen. Yeah, I just thought of it because I was thinking about it.
It's good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good. It's clear and white. No matter what movie's been playing.
That's it.
Yeah, I like that. Shall we catch everyone up with the realization process?
That'll
Now,
be nice. You want to
that,
walk? Do you want to walk through it? Shall I leave the chart as it is?
yeah, let's have the chart, and we'll just describe where you're putting your hands, seeing as you won't really be able to see Vara and I putting our hands places.
Yeah.
Um, so basically, we've got our shoes off. We're touching the earth with our feet. We're going to use our right hand. The left hand is open in our lap. We'll start at the heart. and we'll ask questions. We'll go down to just under our rib cage. That's the center of our mastery of ourself. Then we'll go down adjacent to where the Kundalini is, or just a little bit above on the left side. So our right hand is on the left side, so the hip area there, and we're going to ask for that energy to be awakened. We'll go back up and affirm that we're our own master. We'll go back up to our heart and affirm where the spirit will answer that question that we were asking on the way down. We'll go up to the neck and clear that feeling guilty away. We'll go up to the forehead. We'll just forgive everyone and everything that might be hampering our meditation, our life, our evolution. Then we'll go up onto the top of our head and just ask for that meditation, for that connection on the top of our head. So I hope that's not too fast. Oh, lovely slide, Vara. So we'll do that with our eyes closed, or if you find that not pleasing, then you can have your eyes open and just look at the slide. But easiest for the minute is close your eyes and just open them when you need to see where your hand's got to go. So let's take a few deep breaths, me in particular, so I don't talk too fast. Breathing in and breathing out. So just taking our attention inside ourselves. So your two hands are open on your lap. Nice deep breaths. Let's put our right hand on our heart on the left side. Still breathing, nice deep breaths. And just holding it at the largest part of the in-breath. Hold it for a few seconds and just letting it fall out. Hold it for a bit when it's empty. Then letting it come back in, filling our lungs. Just holding it for a second, letting it come out. And then let's just ask ourselves, who am I? And what am I really? What am I? Why am I here? Why am I on earth? Another question for ourselves as we take our hand down to the top part of our stomach, still on the left-hand side. The question we can have for ourselves is, am I my own master? So that brings up the notion that, are we just listening to other people? Social media, TV? Or are we listening to ourselves? Now let's go down to the hip. So it's where the leg and the body join. You can just push the fingers into that joint there. And here we're going to ask for the truth about ourselves. We're going to ask our lovely coiled energy that we all have at the base of the spine, our mothering energy, Mother Kundalini. So we'll ask Mother for short. Mother, what's the truth about myself? Who am I? Please give me that true knowledge about myself. Still breathing, really desiring the truth. We can come back up to the top of our stomach with our right hand. Just got the hand flat on the top of our stomach. Now that we're awakening our mothering energy, we can talk to our mothering energy, we can develop that relationship with our mother who's looking after every little thing about us. Mother, I am my own master. I am my own master. Just say it a few more times. I am my own master. Mother, I am my own master. Just let everything else that's been interfering in our life just drop off. I am my own master. Come back up to our heart, the left-hand side there. So here's where our spirit resides. So here we're going to affirm, we're going to ask that question, answer that question that we asked. Mother, I am the pure spirit. I'm not these thoughts. I'm not this body. I am the pure spirit, which is eternal. And I'm definitely not the guilty feelings. So let's go up to the left side of our neck. And we can just clear that out by saying, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Mother, I am not guilty. Still breathing. Mother, I am not guilty. It's quite freeing when you say this quite a few times. So, I am not guilty. And just let whatever's there come out. Doesn't matter. I'm the spirit and I can see everything. Doesn't matter. I am not guilty. A few more times. Mother, I am not guilty. Now we'll come up to the forehead. So we're going to drop our head into the palm of our hand, holding it firmly on either side. And here we're simply going to say that I forgive. I forgive everyone, not necessarily thinking of anyone, but I forgive in general everyone, and I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. And let's go to the back of our head. So we'll put our hand behind and tip our head up. And we're just going to simply say, Mother, if I have made any mistakes that I know about or that I don't know about, please forgive me. And of course, she definitely forgives us. Mother, if I've made any mistakes that I know about or I don't know about, please forgive me. And then let's go up to the top of our head. So we're placing the center of our palm onto the center of the top of our head, pressing it quite firmly, and just we can massage it a bit by rotating the scalp clockwise direction. And let's just, if it's your first time, you're going to ask, Mother, please give me my self-realization, really desiring from our heart. Mother, please give me my self-realization. And if we've done it a few times before, we can simply say, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. And by self-realization, we mean our connection with the all-pervading energy of divine that's loving us and looking after us. Mother, please give me my meditation. Let's raise our hand, stop moving our scalp around a bit. Raise your hand up a little bit. Just see if you can feel that flow of your mothering energy, which will be either close or far away. And that's where we enter into that present moment, that silence between the thoughts. Keeping our hands on our lap. Any thoughts come, just don't answer the thoughts. You can think them later. So we will continue that meditation. Let's just stay in that mood of meditation, that feeling, the feeling as opposed to thinking of it. Hold on to that feeling, and Vara will take us through another meditation, maybe after we listen to the talk that we've got of the founder of this Sahaja Yoga meditation.
Yes, that's right, Lynn. Let me play a speech. So if you can all please put your feet on the ground, and if your shoes are on, please remove the shoes. It helps to absorb the vibrations that you'll experience sooner from the Mother Earth. And then both your palms on the lap with the palms facing up.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. I came to San Diego long time back, and I'm very happy to come back here. When we talk of truth, we have to understand that truth is not what we understand through our mental projections. Mostly the mental projections give us illusions. There is no reality behind it. Truth is an experience of the central nervous system. For example, if this is cold, I can feel it. It is cold. Even if a child touches this, it can feel it. It is cold. If it is hot, we can feel it on central nervous system that it is hot. In the same way, the truth is to be known on central nervous system, not through mental projections. While we live on He represents truth. Somebody talks about compassion, we believe he's very compassionate, he's very peaceful. But compassion does not speak. It is silent. It acts. It works. So, one has to understand that to get to truth, to get to reality, one has to cross the barrier of mental activity. Unless and until you understand this simple point, it's going to be difficult to give realization to people. This is the basic trouble in the Western countries, that they think they can conceive truth through their mental projections. And that's why they have many types of truths. So how do we achieve it? How do we conceive it? What is the way? How did we become human beings? From amoeba. Scientists must ask this question. How did we become? And why did we become? What was the purpose? Why nature worked so hard to make us human beings? Is there any purpose of our life? We have not achieved our purpose. It's something in transition still. That's why there is confusion. There is confusion because we live on relative terminology, relative world. We are not in the absolute. Everything becomes absolute when you feel it on the central nervous system. Now the confusion also comes because we always accept something that comes to us very new. Anything new. We want to jump into it. Anything new we see, try it, why not? If you say, why do you do it? They'll say, what's wrong? We are seeking God, we are seeking the truth. We must go to hell even if it comes as true. Maybe anything new we try. But not in our lives, we don't do that way. When we have to discover something about anything, say about electricity, we do not just try something new, but what we try through the knowledge of the past, through the tradition of finding it out. We try to find out how far it has gone and where have we to reach. But in spirituality, we want to try everything that is new. And the shopping starts. Because we have not known what is the truth. Like somebody told me in Pune that there are some people who are very sick, group of people, very learned people, very sick. They are suffering from high blood pressure, cancer, they are suffering from heart troubles and diabetes. very serious patients. And they are all seekers. I called them, I said, what's the matter with you? Why should you suffer? They said, we have a guru. I said, if you have guru, there's more reason you should not suffer at all. Why? Why is it? So they said the thing is, you see, the name of the guru was one Mr. Gulwani. Names are also very funny of these people, I must say. But he said, this gentleman, that there's something called Shaktipat. I said, what is that? I've never heard. There's something called Arunopai, Tarunopai. I said, I've never heard of these things. From where does it come? It's not in the Vedas. It's not in any Puranas. Even Adi Shankaracharya has not described it. Nanaka has not talked about it. Kabira has never said anything. And of all the persons, Gyaneshwara, he never mentioned it. What are you talking about? So they gave me a book which was written 70 years back by some madcap, I think, giving some new ideas. And all of them are mad after it without finding out. And they are saying that when the Kundalini is awakened, people get the heat, they become mad. In that book it was written that people start jumping like frogs. Imagine. Are you going to become now frogs? I don't know what happens to logic when it comes to religion. It's very surprising that those educated people in India should forget all that was written about Kundalini, all that was said about self-realization from ancient times, one after another in an evolutionary way, and suddenly take to something so stupid as that. Like a tree grows, a seed. Through the living process becomes the tree. And suddenly you jump onto a plastic flower saying, oh, this is something new. It has no relevance whatsoever with the tree. You may tie it up to the tree and say, oh, that's the flower coming out of the tree. This is one of the biggest nags in the seeking of the seekers of modern times. I came that time, long time back, and I warned people, be careful. I didn't know this kind of madness was going to come up. But I felt there's something funny about that. So somebody comes and turns your Agya Chakra, you start seeing light. It's an experience. It's just a sensation it is. What have you become? If you can see the light, then you are not the light, definitely. What have you become is the point. I feel very nice, good. Is that the thing you were seeking? What do you expect to be? So first of all, we must understand that your seeking must be relevant to what has been sought before in every seeking. Let's take Christ. They don't like to take his name these days. It's become so funny. Thanks to all the religions that were created out of these great incarnations on this earth. Whether take it Hinduism, Christianity, everything just the same. So what did he say? He said, you are to be born again. All right? So they put a certificate, born again, self-certified born agains walking around. And when I said that, 4 or 5 of them got up with a Bible in their hand to hit me. And I just felt like laughing and really laughing at them. By hitting me, are they going to become self-realized? Are they going to be reborn? You must face the truth as it is. If you want to avoid it, it's very easy. But this is the last chance. Human beings has learnt many things but has forgotten one thing. That every time we have missed the truth, let us not miss it again. So Christ said, you are to be born again. Nicodemus says, that means should I enter into the womb of my mother? Because after all, Nicodemus was a Roman. Indians won't ask such a question. They know what it is to be born again. But after all, a Roman gentleman, you see. So Christ explains, whatever is born of flesh is flesh. You have to be born again by the Holy Ghost. Who is the Holy Ghost? What did he mean? Christ was allowed to exist somehow or other for 3.5 years only. What is 3.5 years amongst ignorant people? What can you explain to them? What can you talk to them? I came here 72. Four years I was struggling with 7 hippies in London. What could Christ do? How could he tell you what was the Holy Ghost? Kundalini is the Holy Ghost. Reflected within. That's the Holy Ghost, which is to be awakened spontaneously as a living process. And as a living process, you have to become something just like a flower becoming a fruit.
Let's go through another meditation session. Before I do that, I'll just put a link of the video that we are listening to in the chat. Please copy it. So just because of the time, we are unable to play the whole video. It's a great injustice in a way, because Shri Mataji starts from somewhere and builds it up to explain what she's aiming to. So what we'll do is, from now on, we'll complete the speech, bits of the speeches in the subsequent weeks. But before that, please make time and listen to that speech. There is transcript in the bottom as well. The reason why I'm insisting is, she is that source of knowledge that using which Sahaja Yoga meditation has been built. No matter how much we try, we can't really explain things in a way that she can. So now that you're really, in some ways, you're giving this time to yourself. So just give that little bit more time, and then continue. So in your meditation practices, what you can do every day is, well, because Lynn has sent actually, I can put the YouTube link as well here. So what you can do is, go to the parts where Lynn or I are doing a guided meditation, and that will help you do that at home. So Lynn, I was thinking we could show how to raise Kundalini, and then I can lead with the session. until the end. So from this part, people can, when they go home, they can use that to have a guided meditation for the rest of the week. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good idea.
All right.
Do we have a slide or something, or we can sit back?
Let's sit back. No, actually, I'll play. It's a good idea. If I might, I didn't think about that. I am still in the zone of physical, but let me grab something that I'll share the screen. So give me 1 second. So you can chat well in until then.
So that was a really strong speech. It was very nice. We got to the point of what is self-realization, and that Kundalini is the Holy Ghost. That's a fantastic point to get to. So let's take that a little further. And Vara, you'll take us for continue our meditation after we raise our Kundalini. And the video, I mean, the stream that Vara is going to play just now is literally what you need to do to meditate at home. It's raising your Kundalini, your own Holy Ghost, and then protecting yourself with those lovely vibrations you'll feel in your hands. And that's the start of your meditation and the end of your meditation. Also, many of you are in the WhatsApp groups, and we do post very lovely short meditations made by a lovely yogini in Queensland called Joanne. And you'll get those twice a day. So you can do a nice meditation in the morning and then in the evening, whenever it suits you. They're recordings, so it doesn't go for longer than 10-15 minutes. Of course, if you are on Zoom and you don't have access to the WhatsApp group and you would like to receive those meditations, maybe in some other way, just put a message on the chat there, and happy to get them to you in whatever way suits you, whether it's a message or an email. Otherwise, the WhatsApp group is quite simple.
So I'm ready to share the screen, Lynn.
Yep, lovely.
Are you able to see it?
Yes, we can see the description. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So so please follow this through.
Okay. Okay, there's no sound. Is there supposed to be sound, Vara?
Oh.
Oh, hey,
we meditate, and after we meditate, we'll raise our energy, the Kundalini, and put ourselves what we call a bandhan. So let's do it together first. So the left hand will raise vertically, and the right hand will rotate around it like that. And we do that 3 times. So the first time, and on top we do a knot. Like we want to tie our Kundalini to stay on top of our head. We do it a second time. And then we do it a third time. And a third time we do 3 knots. Now we put ourselves in a bandhan, which is a protection of our aura around us, with the left hand still on our lap and the right hand starting on the left side, going around us and back in half a circle. 7 times for the 7 chakras. So now let's go in meditation with some music.
So that's how you raise your Kundalini and take Bandhan. So now let's put our hands on the lap. Now let's put our hands on the lap. Keep our eyes closed. Let's bring our attention to the top of the head. It's helpful if you can take your hand on top of the head, press it a little bit, press it down. And let your attention settle on top of your head. Bring your hand back to the lap. And for a moment, observe how you're feeling on your palms. So if you refer back to the chart that we showed in the beginning, going forward, you'll be able to decipher whatever problems or catches that you're feeling in your system. So for now, let's put our right hand on the heart. And we make a prayer. Say, Mother, Mother, oh dear Mother Kundalini, please connect my spirit to the all-pervading energy of God. Mother, please connect my individual spirit with the collective consciousness of God. Mother, please connect my individual spirit with the collective consciousness of God. Say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I am not all the roles that I play in my life and all the identities I form because of my profession or passion. But fundamentally, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother Kundalini, please let me be aware that I am the pure spirit all the time. We place our arm on our forehead, bend a little forward, and quite a few times we say in our heart, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. To start forgiving ourselves is the starting point to forgive everyone else. It doesn't work out the other way around. So, Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Let's put our right hand on top of the head, press it down a bit, and we say, Mother, please establish my self-realization so I can experience peace all the time. Mother, please establish my self-realization Now let's keep our eyes closed for a moment. Now let's observe how we are feeling on our palms. Perhaps you feel a little gentle breeze flowing over your hands. You can also take your hand above your head, can go a little bit, maybe 20, 25 centimeters above, and try and observe how you're feeling. Just observe if you're feeling a gentle cool breeze or a certain coolness in your fingers or between your arm and the head. Once you observe that for a few moments, you can do the same with the other hand by bringing this hand below. All right, that's what we had for the evening. We got, I think it's Mike.Stross. I'm guessing it's Michael dot something.
Yes, from Canada. Hi, Michael.
Hey, if you have any questions or you want to have a little chat, you can unmute yourself and ask us if you have any questions or if you would like to give some feedback. You're welcome.
Hi to Pam from Perth.
Shri Mataji. I don't have any questions at the moment, but I will make sure I'll ask something next session.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Carol. Carol said, thank you, very peaceful.
Hello, I have a question.
Yes.
Thank you very much, by the way, for the meditation. It was very lovely and I really felt it. And
Good.
when I put my hand on my head, I saw my inner vision just pop up, but not clearly, like not as clear as it's ever been. And my question is, how would I go about making it clearer? Just ask, or is there another way to do it?
So,
practice, but
so Michael, when sometimes these visions come from your left channel, and not all visions are good. Some visions may be. So the thing to focus on is the thoughtless awareness. So when you're meditating and you're reaching that thoughtlessness, that's when the indication is that you're in balance, and from there on, whatever happens is good. But at this stage, so how long have you been? This is your first time, or?
This is my first time catching like a live, yeah, first time.
Right. So I'd say for the next few weeks, use that YouTube link and get to the guided meditation session and just get into the practice to get into the center. And then
Okay.
I think you'll have many more deeper experiences.
I'm excited about it.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for coming. It's definitely worth it. And actually, it's very early for you, right? If you can continue meditating early in the morning, it's the best time actually.
I was planning on it. I'm gonna go walk to the beach and meditate while like maybe sun gaze.
Very nice. If you're going to the beach, then put your stand in the beach if it's not too cold. Put your feet in it for a few minutes.
Always, thank you.
It's very good. So I mean, probably a little bit too technical for the first time, but our bottom three energy centers, they get very, very clean with salt water. When you stand in the salt water and just look into the sky, it's quite therapeutic, if nothing else.
Yes, That lake, the lake is alive. Like every time I walk up to the water, the waves get bigger, almost as if she's saying, "Hello, come visit
Nice.
more often." You know?
Nice. That's very nice.
Thank you again so much, both of you. This was so lovely.
You're welcome. You're welcome. See you
Thanks for-
again. So I'll leave some music on, Lynn, and then I'll put the chart up.
Yeah, okay. Thanks everyone for joining.
Bye.
Thank you so much. See you guys next week.
See you
Yeah.
next week.
Shri Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. You can see which fingers relate to which of the chakras. So
Yep. right. Bye, everyone. We're going to close the program now.